Hey everybody, how's it going? So, just realizing it's been a little bit since I've done an update. Sorry, I'm holding the camera today, so we're gonna jiggle just a little bit because I move around. I'm terrible that way. Um, there just really hasn't been a lot to report, and so I just haven't come on. Um, I got a couple weeks off. I ended up having a seizure at work. Happens. I get tired and then I overdo it and ta-da! So, mostly I just had a week of doctor's appointments and chillaxing, and that was about it. The only excitement I had was I volunteered at the Calgary Taboo Sex Show, just kind of acting as a go-between and helping out between the kink community, the everyday community, and the sex worker community, and just trying to help be a bridge to bring all of us together. Um, Society seems to think that kinksters are this really strange people that hide and lurk in closets and basements, and they're really everyday people just like you. That we have all walks of life. We have lawyers, doctors, police officers. We have construction workers, welders. Like, they're everyday people, and they're just decided to have more fun in the bedroom than a regular folk. That's about it. So creating that bridge, and then also creating that bridge with sex workers, people who make sex their living. They research into it, they find out how people tick, and they help give therapies and just help people heal their souls through physical contact. And again, society seems to think that sex workers like live on a separate planet, and they come down and visit us for our hour or two, and then they go back up, and that's also not a thing. um, Sex workers again are just regular people. They come from every walk of life, and they just decided to specialize and research how to help people have great sex lives, because physical touch heals souls. It brings people together, and it creates a beautiful magic between each other, right? And too many of us are trying to stumble through that blind and going purely based off the what we could barely recall from sex ed in high school and the little experiments we did in high school while our hormones were going pateer. And that seems to be the limit of our education. And that's just sad, people. That's just sad. So that's what I spent the weekend doing. Helping out those two communities, bringing them in together to introduce regular folks to them and make everybody realize that there's nobody scary out there, that behind his pokey leather vest is a great big teddy bear who just likes to give his gal a good time. Right? That behind that set of high heels and faux leather outfit is a woman who wants to help you find out where your desires and fears are coming from and help you heal that so that you can move forward in your relationships a healthier individual, a healthier, happier person. Right? Things are not the shimmery stuff you see on the outside. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see this pretty picture. Hold on. I got an idea. Puppy toy it is. Sorry, good folks. Okay, so on the outside, he is fur, and he's falling off eyeball, and he's a beat up teddy bear. But in reality, inside, this is Teddy, and he is one of Lucky's favorite teddies, and he is filled with stuffing and a squeak toy, and he brings hours of love and enjoyment to a puppy dog. Not everything is what you see on the outside. You know, people are not what you see on the outside. And it's a beautiful thing when you can look in and see their soul and see what they're really trying to do. And I think that the more often we do that, the more beautiful of a world we're going to create. Do you know what I mean? I know this is supposed to be van life. It's not. It's life. It's my life. I just happen to sleep in a van. So, heating situation, it's about the same, but I have a friend who's going to be selling me a Buddy propane. I know. It's propane. But he's going to sell it to me, and I'm actually going to be warm until I can afford my wood stove. You know, compromise. Because it snowed out there. Which isn't too bad, but I had a -20 night, and that -20 night really sucked. So, I'm caving. I'm going to get the propane heater. I'm going to set it up in a way that is slightly risky, but because it's propane, it's risky anyway. And I am just going to acknowledge the risks and do what I can to mitigate. Because that's van life. Van life is not 100% safe. Walking the street is not 100% safe. There are risks and everything, and you mitigate those risks to the best of your ability, and then you hope that the universe doesn't hit you at 5 kilometers an hour in a small accident and land you on a couch. Yeah, I'm not worried about the propane heater. I just sucks that it's a wet heat instead of the dry wood heat. And well, I've always wanted a wood stove. So we're gonna get there eventually. Alright folks, you know what, we're coming on 8 minutes, and that's a decent sized video. I really don't have anything to update, and nobody's shooting me comments for questions. Shoot me comments for questions! Oh hell, even send me sex questions. I'm happy to find an expert, put him on, and make him tell you what the actual answer is. It's not a problem. We can hunt those people down. I might not be an expert, but I know who they are and how to get a hold of them. So that's the important part. It's not knowing the information, it's knowing how to get that information. Then you're golden. So, if you have any questions at all about my life, about what I'm doing, about the van, about my friends, please feel free to shoot them into the comments, and I will do a video on them for you. Like, I'm happy to answer those questions. So, because this is the check-in video, Lucky, are you pouting? Are you pouting because you're wearing a sweater? No. And Mom had to shave her beard because it was getting too gucked full of food, so she looks a little funny. But she's still adorable, and she's still breathing. And she still loves me, even though she's pouting. And, we're gonna call that a wrap. So, please be kind to each other. and stay out of trouble. Bye, folks.